Hi, this is from our Finders Keepers initial feedback, film poster, film magazine review and pitch audience feedback. We were unable to do our rough cut version of our film because on that time we were shooting and we were unable to do our rough cut final video feedback. But however, we did some extra audience feedback, which is in my blog. And for our Finders Keepers, when we did our film poster, film magazine review pitch, we also because our audience didn't see, our peers didn't see our film. After doing the pitch, we decided to show them the film so that it'd be easy for them to give us their feedback on our film poster and our film magazine review. So after hearing the feedbacks from our audience, firstly for a film, mainly our audience really loved the idea of the start of the using the comedy. For example, one of the audience, which was a boy, he really liked the idea of using the comedy genre, like to engage the audience, and then adding the drama genre to add the suspense. He really understood the moral part of the story, and another of our audience liked the idea of how we tried to portray the bad luck day through going to the park and of her going to shopping, but at the same time, like, we showed a contrast of her getting a message from a blind charity that she donated the money. Now, in terms of moving to the final film poster and the film magazine review pitch, the main ideas we had was mainly based on having a bench of two people sitting in there, which was for the film poster. Well, the film poster was done by me and the film magazine review was done by Sema. For the film poster, we had a variety of ideas and suggestions about what to add, which one to improve, etc. For example, one of the main point we had was to add a bubbly comic main font title, which would look nice on it, as that would suit for the comedy genre for the poster. The second point from our audience, which is our second audience, who said that she would like it more if we more sell it on the drama genre and bringing more the moral part of it. So for example, like for the tagline we could say give hints of the moral of the story, kinda. For the third feedback, which was from another audience, who said that we should add more comedy because it is what engages the audience, but at the same time we should also add the drama genre of the moral of the story. So rather than having showing a funny picture, we should also portray the serious side of her getting into trouble. So we could have a picture of her showing a bad luck, but at the same time showing her magic charm, which is the envelope. The fourth audience feedback was on showing the two envelopes in her hand, which is the actor Precious. So, for example, a close-up shot or a medium shot of her showing the envelope in her hand with the cherry on it to show the drama genre and the moral part, and for the font it could be more like brighter color rather than using dark or natural colors. So overall, like, our main point was for the poster was to show having two people sitting on a bench, showing one side having a bad luck and the other side showing a good luck day. But however, when we tried to implement that this idea, it kind of didn't work out because when we went for a shooting, we first did some samples of the photo shoot of Precious singing in the park in the bench, and we tried to do that. And when we looked at the image, it really didn't suit her. So we decided we should do a dark background rather than using the bench one. I actually wanted to have two people sitting on the bench, but it really didn't kind of give me the idea of the comedy and drama genre. I didn't feel for it, which is why I decided that we should have something darker background rather than showing her two people sitting on the bench. And my partner Sema, she also agreed with it because when we looked at the images, it kind of didn't suit with it because when we were discussing, we realized if we show two people sitting on the bench with the bright side, for example, with the sunny weather, having her showing the good luck of her finding the money, and the other side showing of her having a bad luck, it actually didn't look professional, mainly because when we looked at it, it didn't fit in with both of our genres, which was comedy and drama. So therefore we decided to do something unique and different rather than showing her sitting on the bench. So therefore we had only one day to do our photo shoot, and so we booked our photo shoot room, and we tried the black background, and when we implemented that on the Photoshop, we agreed that overall it would suit for our film genres. So for example, for the main picture, we showed a serious side of Precious, showing a sign of a facial expression of a worried and normal. But for the main title, I used yellow as the color, which was from one of our audience who agreed that we should use bright colors for the film title and a more comic, bubbly title. But however, I was unable to address like the main points of the audience. I agreed with the audience, but at the end of the day, it didn't look professional, and it didn't, in a way, kind of didn't match with our genre. When we tried to implement the idea of having two people sitting at the bench, it didn't work out. It mainly looked like as if it's a drama genre film poster, and we also wanted to bring the comedy genre and the moral part. So when we did for example, if I show you my film poster, this is my film poster magazine. In this, in here you can find the Finders Keepers film poster, magazine review, story, and the improvements that we had to improve, and the main storyboard. So when we looked at the Finders Keepers magazine film poster, we thought it really matches with our genres, because the thing is, because at the start, our main ideas was to show the moral of the story rather than emphasizing the comedy genre. So we thought, rather than emphasizing the comedy genre, we should implement it on the tagline, on the color of the uses of the font, for example. So, for example, one way we tried to implement the comedy genre is through the use of bright colors, which you can see in the font.
finders keepers, I used yellow because yellow is associated with comedy, brightness, happiness. So I thought yellow would suit it. However, the black background contrasts with this finders keepers yellow color. So therefore I thought by using yellow it would bring out the comedy genre. And I used light navy blue color to match with the drama genre. And I think the poster overall matches with our genres. However, it's unfortunate that I couldn't implement my audience feedback. But however, I have implemented some of the ideas and points. But at the end of the day, me and my partner, we also want to show the comedy and drama genres together. So therefore, we thought it would be better to keep our poster really simple, because one of our audience really liked the moral part of the story, and she said we should mainly focus on the moral part and try to bring out the moral part within the film poster. So therefore, we decided to keep it simple and not to use anything else rather than the image and the font. So therefore, as you can see in my film poster, I have tried to keep it simple. I've used a yellow color, and I've tried to follow the general codes and convention. I could have used a different photo shoot of Precious in the bus stop or in the park, but however, our actor was unable to come because of her work deadline, as she does sports A level, so she was unable to come for us, and we only had a few hours to do our photo shoot. So we decided it would be better to have the black background to show and connote the darkness and the suspense of the drama genre, and we should have the yellow font to have and illustrate the comedy genre. And we used the colors like the navy blue to bring out the combination of both comedy and drama, because blue always fits in with the comedy and drama genre. For example, some of the posters that I've analyzed by myself, the colors they've used for comedy and drama genres are usually same. So I thought that a mix of navy blue light would really suit it. For the film magazine review, it was done by Sama. It was mainly done by Sama, but we did the journalism text, which is a text. We did it together. For the film magazine review, Sama wanted to keep it simple, like the film poster, and one of our audience feedback was that we should have the same kind of font and the tagline.